real YouTubers use Zamazenta and tell people about its good partners. This YouTuber is doing that today, so watch on for more good content. So today we're going to be talking about this big old dog here, and well, he's inevitably strong. We all know how strong Zamazenta is. He's been really, really good this format, especially he made his comeback from his bad years in Sword and Shield. But this little dog over here is really strong right now, and we're going to be talking about which partners can be used well with them. To understand which partners will work with Zamazenta, you must first understand why Zamazenta is good. Zamazenta is so strong due to its access to Stab, which is the same type of attack bonus. A 1.5 times boost to any move that is the same type as the user. Body Press, which works in conjunction with its massive defense stat and its useful ability, further increasing the aforementioned defense stat. Because Body Press's damage is based on defense, this allows Zamazenta to deal massive damage, even if it's not very effective. It can further boost this with the move Iron Defense, sharply raising its defense. It can also run Heavy Slam or Behemoth Bash for a reliable steel type move. So, what are we looking for in a Zamazenta partner? A Pokemon that can help its damage output, further increase its survivability, have a good complementary type combination, or high damage to assist Zamazenta with problem matchups are some of the key factors we're going to be looking for today. I've made a list of Pokemon who will work really, really well together in combination with the big dog here, Zamazenta. Up first, we have Shenpao, who is by far the most common one of these, and usually uses the Focus Sash. Sword of Ruin ability is really, really nice. It boosts the damage of Zamazenta. And Ice Crash, Sucker Punch, Sacred Sword and Protect is the most common move set, but Ice Crash can be replaced with Ice Spinner for a good, a good Rillaboom counter, or a good Indeedee counter, or just a bit more reliable accuracy. Sucker Punch if you're worried about Psychic Drain or Trigger off, or if you're just worried about it failing and you want a bit more of like a something that's like more guaranteed, and obviously Crunch is an option here, 50% chance to lower target's defense. You could use another move maybe, but that's probably this one. And the Sacred Sword is quite nice because it ignores the target stat changes, but you could use a different coverage move or just generate Sword Stars as a substitute. And then Protect. So you're almost always going to want to run Terra Ghost, which prevents Fake Out from breaking Focus Sash, and the quad weakness to fighting becomes an immunity, which is really, really nice. And I see myself using a Terra Ghost on Shenpao quite often actually. So with 252 plus speed, with dual nature obviously, 252 attack and 4 HP, or 4 special defense, whichever way you want to slice it, is really, really powerful. So it allows him to be fast, deal out big damage, and take hits back in return. He's really, really strong, and is, as I said before, the most popular partner for Zamazenta. Next, we have Pelipper, who's able to set rain on switching with Drizzle, which helps with the problem fire type matchups, especially because most Zamazenta are running Terra Grass, keeping the fire weakness. So Drizzle is a really, really good way to counteract this, nerfing the damage of fire type moves by 50% because, well, as he switches in, rain happens. Commonly use a Focus Sash, but can sometimes use like a Covert Cloak, or maybe even a Life Orb if you want to be a bit out there. So Terra Ghost is nice to be immune to Fake Out, but Terra Electric is also on the cards in terms of a more defensive Terra. What's Terra Electric? There, yeah, so Terra Electric is a bit more of a defensive Terra. Or you could really, if you really want to, I wouldn't recommend it, but Terra Dark is a thing to stop taunts coming off like tornadoes with Prankster. So Hurricane can never miss in rain, and is a nice, reliable flying type move. Weather Ball gets 100 power with 100% accuracy and Water Stab, which is really, really nice, and it's one of the few reliable water type moves it has. So it's not like, for example, Chilling Water, it's not really that reliable, 50 power. And Hydro Pump misses quite often, and Surf hits his teammate Pokemon, and it's not that reliable because it hits 3 Pokemon. So Weather Ball is probably the best option. And combine that with Tailwind for speed control, and Wide Guard to free up a slot on Zamazenta, for example, a Protect move, or maybe even like a different setup move, or just a different coverage move in general. Next, we have the EVs for Pelipper. 140 HP allows it to be bulky in the HP stat, which is quite low usually. 252 plus touch attacks is what I've gone for. But you don't need to do that, you could go for a more defensive Pelipper, but I want my Pelipper to be able to dish big damage out on the offense and help with the problem matchups. 160 is invest in special defense to increase it and make it actually good special defense, I'd argue. So next we have Rillaboom, who is really, really strong, and with an Assault Vest is extremely bulky. I like to run a moveset of U-Turn, Fake Out, Wood Hammer and Grassy Glide, all of which plus 1 priority on grassy terrain. Woodhammer has massive damage on grassy terrain. Fake out's really nice, and U-turn allows them to switch out and re-trigger a fake out of grassy surge if needed. So terror type of fire allows it to resist the fire type attacks coming its way, and with this set right here, it's got a good enough bold health. It's got some invested into special defense. You could invest it in defense, but we want to get the most out of the assault vest, and massive attack stat to be able to dish out big damage with woodhammers and grassy glides. So yeah, Rillaboom as well with grassy surge summons grassy terrain, which heals his partner Zamazenta over time, which Zamazenta is really nice. That's really nice for him. Although the only problem with this both and beyond thing is that they are both weak to fire, kind of like Shenpao, because Shenpao's still weak to fire, but that you can kind of get around it. But next we have Comfey, who is quite a niche option, and it's not really too common, but you can use it because with Triage, it's got floral healing, which can heal Zamazenta with big healing. So that's 50% of plus 3 priority, which means it can't even be fully mead. And Draining Kiss will I don't actually know if Draining Kiss is affected by Triage, but I'm like 70% sure it does. So yeah, I think it's plus 3 priority and does some nice damage and is fairy stab and 75% of health gets recovered. So that's really nice. And with Helping Hand as well to help the big body press and beginning batters coming out from Zamazenta. And Terror type of Steel gives it an immunity to poison and a resistance to steel type moves. Next we have Frigoraph, who's a really strong Pokemon in almost any matchups. And Armatel prevents priority moves, which massively helps Zamazenta as it can be faked out quite often. It can also act in offensive pattern with Throat Spray or Life Orb, Stab, Hyper Voice, and Dazzling Gleam. Or Citrus Berry Helping Hand can boost someone's damage output. So Helping Hand or Hyper Voice or Dazzling Gleam isn't needed here, but this is the most diverse move, shall I say. So you could go for Citrus Berry, you could go for Throat Spray, you could go for Life Orb. They're all very useful here. Maybe even a leftovers if you want to. Or you could go for Rocky Helmet if you really want to, but it's probably not the best idea. So I've gone for more of an offensive stat spread with massive special attack, great defense, and great special defense. But you could invest, you could change up a bit and go for like maybe a bit lower on the special attack and invest some in health. But I'd say it's not worth it. I invested all mine into the special attack stat because I believe that it can be a really good special sweeper, and can combine its typing with Zamazenta's typing to help it. And also it's really nice a switch in case, for example, Rillaboom with Fake Out switches in and can deal a big damage and can like prevent Zamazenta from moving, for example, because let's say if Zamazenta tries to open 9 defense, if they go for a double up like a Fake Out and then a body press into Zamazenta for opposing Zamazenta, then your Zamazenta might die. So yeah, Fake Out and Frigoraph is reliable on stopping a Fake Out, and with Hyper Voice and Dazzling Gleam, yeah, it can deal out big damage with Terra Fairy D-Gleam. Next, we have Clefairy, who doesn't actually have any attacking moves, but Follow Me, Helping Hand, but abuse damage output. Follow Me in general is just such a strong move because it prevents them from targeting down Zamazenta, especially if they're trying to use like a flying type move. Then you Follow Me and it just can't hit them, which is really nice as well. Heal Pulse can heal them back up. It's not needed. Heal Pulse can be replaced by like Encore after you if you want to. After Wolfie VGC's brilliant usage of it in his recent Atomic video, go check that out by the way. Trick if you really want to with like a Choice Scarf set. Substitute is a thing, but yeah, no, don't use Substitute, I'm gonna be honest. Do not use Substitute. You could go for Stealth Rock if you really want to, but once again, it's not good at all. You could go for Life Dew, but I'll take you go for Heal Pulse at that point. It does have quite a few options, but those are probably the best I'd say from the ones I've seen. And with a defensive 252 HP, 188 defense, and 68 plus special defense, it gives it great stats and massive HP to allow it to take big hits. And with the Evil Eye item, it massively increases those defensive stats. So yeah, that's a really good option. But now we're going to go through a few honourable mentions. So our first honourable mentions are other Follow Me users, and these are quite nice. Okay, so we're going to start off with Ogerpon, a World Train Half Pin, which are kind of like Shenpao in a way, offensive and help it with its problem matchups. More so Ogerpon Railtrain. But one of the most underrated partners for it would have to be in DDF, who kind of combines Frigoraph's Armatel ability and Clefairy's Follow Me ability with Psychic Surge. And so yeah, it's a really strong idea, but it's just like it's really good, and I'll probably put up on here if it comes favourite, because I wanted to have some variety instead of having, you know, that Frigoraph and Clefairy. But yeah, it's definitely worth trying to go from DD. And Rillaboom, you could go for a different fake outer, and my choice instead of Rillaboom, if you really wanted to, would be Incineroar, because Incineroar is really strong, obviously, and can combine well with Intimidate, lowering their attack stats and allowing more iron defenses. And Fake Out can also give them the opportunity for iron defense as so. But the best three Pokemon from here have got to be Shampoo, Pelipper, and Rillaboom, because they're the most reliable. Comfey, as nice as Full Healing is, it doesn't really provide any value on its own. Frigoraph is actually a really nice link up with its partners. So for Frigoraph, I'd argue is like kind of on par with the Rillaboom, Pelipper, and Shampoo. It's just that Rillaboom and Shampoo and Pelipper can stand more on their own 2 feet than Frigoraph can. But Frigoraph, if you go for an offense for that, can definitely stand on its own 2 feet. And Clefairy is, yeah, it's just support for a big one, but with like Friend Guard, lowering the damage that's done to Zamazenta and its teammates. As long as you've got another teammate with it there, then Clefairy can be a real nuisance to get off the field. So yeah, there you have it. Those are the 6 Pokemon I would recommend bringing with Zamazenta, who is of course one of the strongest restricted legendaries right now. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash like and subscribe if you want to obviously, it's not up to me. Bye. Obviously I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll catch you later for more VGC videos. I appreciate every like, comment or sub that comes my way. And if you found this useful, I urge you to consider liking or subscribing for more. See you next time. Peace.
We're my Chen Pao.